Singapore Tower, Malaysian 1397 is 4 nautical miles to the southwest at 6,000 feet, requesting transition. Malaysian 1397, transition approved at or above 6,000. Transition approved at 6,000, Malaysian 1397. Singapore Tower, November 772 Victor Uniform, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing north. November 772 Victor Uniform, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, November 772 Victor Uniform. Singapore Ground, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, ready to taxi to runway 02 center. Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, frequency change approved Golf Oscar Lima 346, good day. Singapore Ground, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, ready for pushback. Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November. I'm sorry, Malaysian 1397. Malaysian 1397, request frequency change. Malaysian 1397, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Malaysian 1397, good day. Singapore Tower, November 704 Papa Yankee is 11 nautical miles to the west at 5,300 feet, inbound for landing. November 704 Papa Yankee, number 1, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 02 left, November 704 Papa Yankee. Singapore Tower, Philippines 413, inbound on the ILS, runway 02 left. November 772 Victor Uniform, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved November 772 Victor Uniform, good day. Philippines 413, number 2, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 02 left, Philippines 413. Singapore Tower, Japan Air 123 Heavy is 17 nautical miles to the south at 2,600 feet, inbound for landing. Japan Air 123 Heavy, enter straight in runway 02 left. Number 3, traffic to follow is on final. Enter straight in, runway 02 left, behind the traffic on final. Japan Air 123 Heavy. Singapore Tower, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing north. Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November. Singapore ground, Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, ready for pushback. Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved. Lima Bravo 006 Heavy. Singapore Tower, Malaysian 002 is 17 nautical miles to the southwest at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing. Malaysian 002, enter straight in runway 02 center. Singapore ground, Air Force 856, ready to taxi. Enter straight in runway 02 center, Malaysian 002. Air Force 856, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Singapore ground, Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, ready to taxi. Malaysian 002, number 1, runway 02 center, cleared to land. Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 02 center, Malaysian 002. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Lima Bravo 006 Heavy. November 704 Papa Yankee, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Roger, November 704 Papa Yankee. Singapore ground, November 704 Papa Yankee, request taxi to parking. Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, frequency change approved, good day. November 704 Papa Yankee, taxi to parking. Singapore Tower, Blue 11 is 10 nautical miles to the west at 3,500 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 02 left. Taxiing to parking, November 704 Papa Yankee. Frequency change approved Papa Romeo Sierra Tango November, good day. November 743 Kilo Tango, enter right downwind runway 02 left, number 3, traffic to follow is on right base. Enter right downwind, runway 02 left, behind the traffic on right base, November 743 Kilo Tango. Singapore ground, Etihad 576, ready for pushback. Singapore ground, Etihad 576, ready to taxi. Singapore ground, Corporate 169 Heavy, ready for pushback. Etihad 576, pushback approved. Corporate 169 Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Etihad 576. Pushback approved, Corporate 169 Heavy. Singapore ground, Etihad 576, ready to taxi. Japan Air 123 Heavy, enter straight in runway 02 center. Singapore Tower, Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. Enter straight in runway 02 center, Japan Air 123 Heavy. Japan Air 123 Heavy, number 2, runway 02 center, cleared to land. Etihad 576, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 02 center, Japan Air 123 Heavy. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Etihad 576. Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Lima Bravo 006 Heavy. November 743 Kilo Tango, number 2, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 02 left, November 743 Kilo Tango. Papa Romeo 017, you're on an active airport. Please contact Singapore ground on 121.72. Singapore ground, Corporate 169 Heavy, ready to taxi. Corporate 169 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. I'm sorry, Papa Romeo 017. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Corporate 169 Heavy. Singapore ground, Papa Romeo 017, ready for pushback. Papa Romeo 017, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Papa Romeo 017. Philippines 413, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Singapore ground, Singapore 13, ready for pushback. Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Roger, Philippines 413. Frequency change approved Lima Bravo 006 Heavy, good day. Singapore ground, November 988 Mike Juliet, ready for pushback. Singapore 13, stand by. Malaysian 002, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. November 988 Mike Juliet, pushback approved. Roger, Malaysian 002. Pushback approved, November 988 Mike Juliet. Singapore ground, Papa Romeo 017, ready to taxi. Singapore ground, Malaysian 002, request taxi to parking. Malaysian 002, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Malaysian 002. Papa Romeo 017, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Papa Romeo 017. Singapore Tower, Etihad 576, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Etihad 576, line up and wait runway 02 center. November 743 Kilo Tango, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Etihad 576. Singapore ground, November 988 Mike Juliet, ready to taxi. Japan Air 123 Heavy, when able turn left, contact ground on the taxiway. Roger, November 743 Kilo Tango. Roger, Japan Air 123 Heavy. November 988 Mike Juliet, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, November 988 Mike Juliet. Singapore 13, pushback approved. Singapore ground, Japan Air 123 Heavy, request taxi to parking. Etihad 576, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic. Japan Air 123 Heavy, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Japan Air 123 Heavy. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Etihad 576. Singapore 13, pushback approved. Singapore ground, Speedbird 572, ready for pushback. Papa Romeo 017, hold position. Speedbird 572, pushback approved. Holding position, Papa Romeo 017. Pushback approved, Speedbird 572. Papa Romeo 017, continue taxi. Continue taxi, Papa Romeo 017. Singapore ground, Red Cat 588, ready for pushback. Red Cat 588, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Red Cat 588. Etihad 576, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Etihad 576, good day. Singapore ground, Red Cat 588, ready to taxi. Red Cat 588, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Red Cat 588. Singapore ground, Lufthansa 572, ready to taxi. Lufthansa 572, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Lufthansa 572. Singapore ground, Air China 88 Heavy, ready for pushback. Singapore Tower, Romeo Alpha 88. Singapore ground, Swizzy Heavy, ready for pushback. Singapore Tower, Corporate 169 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing north. Singapore ground, Singapore 13, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Swizzy Heavy, stand by. Corporate 169 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Singapore 13, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Corporate 169 Heavy. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Singapore 13. Singapore Tower, Japan Air 123 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing north. Singapore ground, Copa 2417 Super, ready to taxi to runway 20 right. Romeo Alpha 88210, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Copa 2417 Super, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Roger, Romeo Alpha 88210. Papa Romeo 017, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore ground, Romeo Alpha 88210, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Corporate 169 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Romeo Alpha 88210, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Romeo Alpha 88210. Red Cat 588, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore ground, Singapore 1 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 02 center. Frequency change approved Red Cat 588, good day. Singapore 1 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Singapore Tower, November 988 Mike Juliet, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Holding position, November 988 Mike Juliet. Japan Air 123 Heavy, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Japan Air 123 Heavy. Corporate 169 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore Ground, Jetstar 2, ready for pushback. Singapore Ground, Swizzy Heavy, ready for pushback. Frequency change approved. Corporate 169 Heavy, good day. November 988 Mike Juliet, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, November 988 Mike Juliet. Singapore 2 Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Jetstar 2. Swizzy Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Swizzy Heavy. November 988 Mike Juliet, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic. Singapore Tower, Romeo Alpha 88210, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing west. Singapore Tower, Air China 88 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing west. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, November 988 Mike Juliet. Romeo Alpha 88210, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Singapore Ground, Swizzy Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Romeo Alpha 88210. Air China 88 Heavy, hold short of runway 02 center. Swizzy Heavy, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Swizzy Heavy. Japan Air 123 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. Japan Air 123 Heavy, good day. Air China 88 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Air China 88 Heavy. Singapore Ground, Singapore 2 Heavy, ready to taxi. Singapore 2 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Singapore 2 Heavy. Thank you, good day. Singapore 229 Super. Singapore 1 Heavy, request frequency change. Singapore 1 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Contacting Singapore Tower on 118.6, Singapore 1 Heavy. Air China 88 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Air China 88 Heavy. Singapore Tower, Singapore 13, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing north. Copa 2417 Super, request frequency change. Singapore 13, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Singapore 13. Copa 2417 Super, contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Singapore Tower, Singapore 1 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing west. Contacting Singapore Tower on 118.6, Copa 2417 Super. Singapore 1 Heavy, hold short of runway 02 center. Singapore Tower, Copa 2417 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, remaining in the pattern. Holding short runway 02 center, Singapore 1 Heavy. Copa 2417 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Copa 2417 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. November 988 Mike Juliet, good day. Holding short runway 02 left, Copa 2417 Super. Singapore 13, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Pushback approved, India Golf 129 Super. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Singapore 13. Singapore 1 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Singapore Tower, Singapore 1 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Singapore 1 Heavy. Singapore 1 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Singapore 1 Heavy. Copa 2417 Super, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left. Copa 2417 Super. Singapore Tower, Singapore 229 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. Singapore 13, request frequency change. Singapore ground, November 548 Echo Papa, ready to taxi. Singapore 229 Super, hold short of runway 02 center. Holding short runway 02 center, Singapore 229 Super. Singapore 13, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Singapore 13, good day. Singapore ground, India Golf 129 Super, ready to taxi. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Singapore 1 Heavy. Singapore Tower, Swizzy Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing straight out. Singapore ground, Echo Kilo 158, ready for pushback. Holding short runway 02 center, Singapore 2 Heavy. Echo Kilo 158, pushback approved. Holding short runway 02 left, Swizzy Heavy. Pushback approved, Echo Kilo 158. Singapore 229 Super, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Singapore 229 Super. Singapore 1 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore 2 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Singapore 2 Heavy. Frequency change approved Singapore 1 Heavy, good day. Singapore ground, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, ready to taxi. Singapore ground, Kestrel 7653, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November. Kestrel 7653, pushback approved. Singapore ground, Echo Kilo 158, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Pushback approved, Kestrel 7653. Echo Kilo 158, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Echo Kilo 158. Singapore 2 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore ground, Mike Zulu 353, ready for pushback. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Singapore 2 Heavy. Swizzy Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Swizzy Heavy. Mike Zulu 353, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Mike Zulu 353. Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, give way to aircraft on your left. Give way to aircraft, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November. Singapore 229 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Singapore 229 Super, good day. Singapore ground, Kestrel 7653, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Kestrel 7653, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Kestrel 7653. Swizzy Heavy, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Air China 88 Heavy, request frequency change. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Swizzy Heavy. Air China 88 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Air China 88 Heavy, good day. Singapore 2 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Singapore 2 Heavy, good day. Singapore ground, India Golf 129 Super, ready for pushback. India Golf 129 Super, pushback approved. Pushback approved, India Golf 129 Super. Singapore ground, Mike Zulu 353, ready to taxi. Kestrel 7653, this is not a taxiway. I'm sorry, Kestrel 7653. Mike Zulu 353, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. Swizzy Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Swizzy Heavy, good day. Singapore Tower, Echo Kilo 158, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing straight out. Echo Kilo 158, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Singapore ground, India Golf 129 Super, ready to taxi. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Echo Kilo 158. Singapore Tower, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing north. India Golf 129 Super, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Singapore ground, Coriner 326, ready for pushback. Taxiing to runway 02 center, India Golf 129 Super. Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November. Coriner 326, pushback approved. Singapore Tower, Singapore 2 Heavy is 8 nautical miles to the north at 10,100 feet, inbound for landing. Pushback approved, Coriner 326. Singapore 2 Heavy, enter left base runway 02 left. Enter left base runway 02 left, Singapore 2 Heavy. Singapore ground, Speedbird 23 Heavy, ready for pushback. Speedbird 23 Heavy, pushback approved. Singapore ground, Kestrel 169, ready for pushback. Pushback approved, Speedbird 23 Heavy. Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November. Kestrel 169, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Kestrel 169. Singapore Tower, Kestrel 7653, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, departing north. Echo Kilo 158, frequency change approved, good day. Kestrel 7653, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Kestrel 7653. Kestrel 7653, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff. Singapore 2 Heavy, number 1, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Kestrel 7653. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 02 left, Singapore 2 Heavy. Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Tango Yankee Sierra Oscar November, good day. Singapore ground, Speedbird 23 Heavy, ready to taxi. Singapore ground, Coriner 326, ready to taxi to runway 02 center. Singapore ground, Kestrel 169, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Kestrel 169, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Kestrel 169. Coriner 326, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Coriner 326. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Speedbird 23 Heavy. Singapore Tower, India Golf 129 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. Singapore Tower, Mike Zulu 353, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, remaining in the pattern. Mike Zulu 353, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. India Golf 129 Super, hold short of runway 02 center. Holding short runway 02 center, India Golf 129 Super. Kestrel 7653, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. Kestrel 7653, good day. Singapore ground, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, ready for pushback. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, pushback approved. Singapore Tower, November 548 Echo Papa, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing west. Mike Zulu 353, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff, make left traffic. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. Pushback approved, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27. India Golf 129 Super, line up and wait runway 02 center. November 548 Echo Papa, hold short of runway 02 center. Holding short runway 02 center, November 548 Echo Papa. Line up and wait runway 02 center, India Golf 129 Super. Kestrel 169, request frequency change. Singapore ground, Etihad 427 Super, ready for pushback. Kestrel 169, avoid sending duplicate messages. India Golf 129 Super, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, India Golf 129 Super. Kestrel 169, contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Contacting Singapore Tower on 118.6, Kestrel 169. Singapore ground, Etihad 427 Super, ready to taxi. Singapore Tower, Kestrel 169, ready for takeoff at runway 02 left, remaining in the pattern. Etihad 427 Super, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Etihad 427 Super. Kestrel 169, hold short of runway 02 left. November 548 Echo Papa, line up and wait runway 02 center. Holding short runway 02 left, Kestrel 169. Line up and wait runway 02 center, November 548 Echo Papa. Singapore ground, Red Cap 395, ready to taxi. Singapore ground, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Mike Zulu 353, is on left downwind runway 02 left, touch and go. Mike Zulu 353, number 1, runway 02 center, cleared to land. Red Cap 395, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Mike Zulu 353, correction, stand by. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Red Cap 395. November 548 Echo Papa, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore ground, Air Canada 305 Heavy, ready for pushback. Singapore ground, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Mike Zulu 353, number 1, runway 02 center, cleared for the option. After the option, make right traffic. Number 1, cleared for the option, runway 02 center, Mike Zulu 353. Pushback approved, Air Canada 305 Heavy. Delta 9193 Super, pushback approved. Holding position, Air Canada 305 Heavy. Kestrel 169, line up and wait runway 02 left. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Kestrel 169. Singapore 2 Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Speedbird 23 Heavy, hold short of runway 02 left. Holding short runway 02 left, Speedbird 23 Heavy. Kestrel 169, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff, make left traffic. Singapore ground, Air Canada 305 Heavy, ready for pushback. Singapore ground, Singapore 2 Heavy, request taxi to parking. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Kestrel 169. Air Canada 305 Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Air Canada 305 Heavy. Singapore 2 Heavy, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Singapore 2 Heavy. Singapore ground, Singapore 125 Heavy, ready for pushback. Line up and wait runway 02 left, Speedbird 23 Heavy. Singapore 125 Heavy, pushback approved. Singapore Tower, Etihad 427 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Etihad 427 Super, hold short of runway 02 center. Holding short runway 02 center, Etihad 427 Super. Singapore ground, Delta 9193 Super, ready to taxi to runway 02 center. Singapore ground, Air Canada 305 Heavy, ready to taxi. Delta 9193 Super, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Delta 9193 Super. Speedbird 23 Heavy, runway 02 left, cleared for takeoff, make left traffic. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 left, Speedbird 23 Heavy. Air Canada 305 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Air Canada 305 Heavy. Singapore ground, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, ready for pushback. India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, pushback approved. Mike Zulu 353, frequency change approved, good day. Pushback approved, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384. Stand by, Mike Zulu 353. Singapore Tower, Etihad 427 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Etihad 427 Super, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Etihad 427 Super. Speedbird 23 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Speedbird 23 Heavy, good day. Mike Zulu 353, is on right downwind runway 02 center, touch and go. Singapore ground, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, ready to taxi. Mike Zulu 353, enter right downwind runway 02 left. India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Enter right downwind runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. Taxiing to runway 02 center, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384. Coriner 326, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Coriner 326. Singapore ground, United 323, ready for pushback. Mike Zulu 353, number 1, runway 02 left, cleared for the auction. After the auction, make left traffic. Number 1, cleared for the auction, runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. United 323, pushback approved. Pushback approved, United 323. Singapore ground, Singapore 125 Heavy, ready for pushback. United 323, hold position. Holding position, United 323. Singapore 125 Heavy, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Singapore 125 Heavy. Coriner 326, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Coriner 326. Etihad 427 Super, request frequency change. Etihad 427 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore Tower, Air Berlin 28,192 Heavy is 14 nautical miles to the southeast at 3,600 feet, inbound for landing. Frequency change approved Etihad 427 Super, good day. Singapore Tower, Air Berlin 28,192 Heavy is 14 nautical miles to the southeast at 4,400 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 02 left. Air Canada 305 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Singapore Tower, Delta 9193 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. Delta 9193 Super, hold short of runway 02 center. Singapore ground, Emirates 525 Heavy, ready for pushback. Air Berlin 28,192 Heavy, enter right base runway 02 left, number 2, traffic to follow is on right base. Emirates 525 Heavy, stand by. Enter right base, runway 02 left, Behind the traffic on right base, Air Berlin 28192 Heavy. Coriner 326, requesting departure to the north. Etihad 427 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Singapore Ground, Singapore 125 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Frequency change approved. Etihad 427 Super, good day. Singapore Ground, United 323, ready for pushback. United 323, pushback approved. Singapore 125 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Coriner 326, departure to the north is approved. Frequency change approved. Coriner 326, good day. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, requesting change to runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Delta 9193 Super. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, enter right base runway 02 left. Singapore Ground, Emirates 525 Heavy, ready for pushback. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, number 2, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 02 left, Air Berlin 28192 Heavy. Emirates 525 Heavy, pushback approved. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, request frequency change. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Contacting Singapore Tower on 118.6, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27. Delta 9193 Super, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Delta 9193 Super. Frequency change approved. Air Canada 305 Heavy, good day. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, is on final runway 02 left. Singapore Ground, United 323, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, roger. United 323, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Singapore Tower, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27. Singapore Ground, Emirates 525 Heavy, ready to taxi. Singapore Ground, Indonesia 875, ready to taxi. Attention all aircraft, Singapore Tower is closing in 5 minutes. Singapore Ground, Lufthansa 48 Heavy, ready for pushback. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, pushback approved. Emirates 525 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Indonesia 875, taxi to runway 02 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Emirates 525 Heavy. Pushback approved, Lufthansa 48 Heavy. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Indonesia 875. Indonesia 875, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Indonesia 875. Mike Zulu 353, is on left downwind runway 02 left, touch and go. Mike Zulu 353, number 2, runway 02 left, cleared for the option. After the option, make left traffic. Delta 9193 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. Delta 9193 Super, good day. Singapore Ground, Lufthansa 48 Heavy, ready to taxi. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Number 2, cleared for the option, runway 02 left, Mike Zulu 353. Singapore Tower, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing straight out. India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, when able turn right, contact ground on the taxiway. Roger, Air Berlin 28192 Heavy. India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore ground, Cargolux 545 Super, ready for pushback. Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, frequency change approved, good day. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384. Cargolux 545 Super, pushback approved. Frequency change approved Sierra Alpha November Tango Alpha 27, good day. Pushback approved, Cargolux 545 Super. Air Berlin 28192 Heavy, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Air Berlin 28192 Heavy. Emirates 525 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Emirates 525 Heavy. Singapore ground, November 578 Romeo Kilo, ready for pushback. November 578 Romeo Kilo, stand by. Singapore ground, Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet, ready for pushback. Emirates 525 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore Tower, Lufthansa 48 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, remaining in the pattern. Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet, pushback approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Emirates 525 Heavy. Pushback approved. Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet. November 578 Romeo Kilo, pushback approved. Pushback approved. November 578 Romeo Kilo. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, line up and wait runway 02 center. Line up and wait runway 02 center, Lufthansa 48 Heavy. Attention all aircraft, Singapore Tower is closing in 2 minutes. Attention all aircraft, Singapore ground is closing in 2 minutes. Singapore ground, Cargolux 545 Super, ready to taxi to runway 02 center. India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved India Foxtrot Lima Yankee 2384, good day. Cargolux 545 Super, taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Singapore Tower, United 323, ready for takeoff at runway 02 center, departing west. United 323, hold short of runway 02 center. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Singapore ground, November 578 Romeo Kilo, ready to taxi to runway 02 left. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Lufthansa 48 Heavy. Holding short runway 02 center, United 323. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Cargolux 545 Super. Taxiing to runway 02 left, Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet. Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet. Taxi to runway 02 center, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 02 center, Delta Alpha Bravo November Juliet. Mike Zulu 353, departure to the west is approved. Line up and wait runway 02 center, United 323. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Emirates 525 Heavy, good day. United 323, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, United 323. Lufthansa 48 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Lufthansa 48 Heavy, good day. Attention all aircraft, Singapore ground is closing in 1 minute. Attention all aircraft, Singapore Tower is closing in 1 minute. Singapore Tower, Mike X-Ray Echo November Tango Heavy is 17 nautical miles to the west at 2,900 feet, inbound for landing. Mike X-Ray Echo November Tango Heavy, number 1, runway 02 left, cleared to land. Singapore 125 Heavy, runway 02 center, cleared for takeoff. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 02 left, Mike X-Ray Echo November Tango Heavy. Cleared for takeoff, runway 02 center, Singapore 125 Heavy. November 578 Romeo Kilo, contact Singapore Tower on 118.6. Contacting Singapore Tower on 118.6. November 578 Romeo Kilo. United 323. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved United 323. Good day. Singapore Tower. November 578 Romeo Kilo. Ready for takeoff at runway 02 left. Remaining in the pattern. Singapore Ground. Japan Air 787 Heavy. Ready for pushback. November 578 Romeo Kilo. Runway 02 left. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Make left traffic. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 02 left. November 578 Romeo Kilo. Japan Air 787 Heavy. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. Japan Air 787 Heavy. Attention all aircraft. Singapore Tower is now closed. Good day. Attention all aircraft. Singapore ground is now closed. Good day.